share a cheese stick. I would peel off a piece for myself, and then I would peel off a piece for him, and we would go back and forth until the cheese stick was gone. I mainly remember this memory because one, it happened every other day, and two, every time I gave him his deserved piece, he used to nibble my fingers a little bit, basically telling me to give him the whole thing. On January 25th, 2024, time paused for me. I remember the day like it was yesterday. I remember getting home and at dinner, my grandma telling me that during the day while I was at school, Ace had a stroke and wasn't doing too well. He couldn't move and his whole body was stiff. He would cry out in pain anytime he tried to move, and they were talking about taking him to the vet and putting him down. Ace was clearly in pain and it was the best thing to do. We called my aunt and uncle over to say goodbye, and then I called my mom. I don't think I've ever seen my mom rush to my grandparents' house so fast, but after all, Ace was her dog first. While saying goodbye, we fed Ace pork chop, but it was very hard for him to swallow, so we started the dreaded car ride to the vets. The whole time, my grandpa held on to Ace and made sure that he was comfortable. For the past couple of years, my grandpa has been taking care of Ace, and it was very hard for him to let go. It was hard for all of us to let go. When we got to the vet's office, I stayed with Ace and made sure that he had someone there with him. And after it was done, they sat us back in the waiting room while my grandma filled out paperwork. I could hear all the voices around me, but they all sounded so far away. I remember the vet asking my grandma what my relationship with the dog was, and she responded that Ace was my puppy. And he was right. She was right. He was my puppy. When we got his box and got into the car, I remember my grandpa saying that the box is still warm, over and over until I couldn't take it anymore, so I decided to walk the rest of the way home. The air felt so cool on my face, and I used this time to reflect and remember. One main memory that I remembered was when I was younger, I used to baby him. That means put him in baby strollers, baby clothes, baby cribs, all of that. And thankfully, he always put up with me and never got grumpy at me. I would like to think that he thought of me as his best friend too. One other memory that I thought of was when I made chocolate cake pops for a birthday party, and Ace ate all of them. I was so scared that he was gonna die, and looking back, I was so scared of losing him before I even lost him. And I'm very happy and thankful that he lived many years after that. But now I'm just thinking, how could I tell that little girl that her best friend was gone and would never come back? Her best friend who was always there for her through the years. I wouldn't. Because she still has many of years left to live with him, and all those memories make everything worthwhile. I still cherish the memories that I spent with Ace, and whenever I miss him, I look